Okay, so here's part 2 of my El Muerto movie pitch. So I'm gonna keep El Muerto's origin story, where he and his father were challenged by the Gilded Saint, and Juan Carlos was forced to fight in place of Marcus. Juan Carlos runs, so the Gilded Saint kills Marcus, and gives Juan Carlos the powers of El Muerto. Juan Carlos now has 10 years to impress the Gilded Saint. I'm gonna change this up a little bit though. El Muerto is still the son of Marcus, but Marcus's lucha libre name is now Señor Poison. Juan Carlos resents his father for trying to make him fight a god, and thus refuses to take his name. Instead, he takes his name from an old line of lucha libre fighters, El Muerto. Also, in my version, Juan Carlos now has a daughter who was conceived before, and her birthday ends up being exactly 10 years after the challenge was issued. This works in twofold, giving us a constant timer counting down until Juan Carlos has to confront the Gilded Saint, as well as allowing the climax to be set against the backdrop of a children's birthday party, which is great and tons of fun. Juan Carlos believes that training and getting better will impress the Gilded Saint, but as the deadline approaches, he gets a message from the Gilded Saint, letting him know that she is not impressed and that he is running out of time. And so he approaches his father's old lucha libre organizer, who's been wanting him to come fight for a while now. He's basically the Vince McMahon of lucha libre, Jackson Wheeler. If you've been following what people have been saying about this movie, that name might actually ring a faint bell. And that's because this is actually the Big Wheel, an old Spider-Man villain that people have been saying that they'd rather have a movie about it instead of El Muerto. I figured fans would enjoy his inclusion in this because Sony honestly isn't going to have a better chance to use him. Also, some of the lucha libre fighters can refer to him as the Big Boss Wheel at some point, and that's just fun. So from this point forward, Juan Carlos joins Jackson Wheeler's lucha libre ring to take down the biggest competitor, fan favorite El Dorado, and impress the Gilded Saint. So yeah, that's the majority of how I would make an El Muerto movie. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.